Hello and welcome to week 3 of Writing for the Workplace. So we are into week 5. Um, so and I'm sending this out on Monday of week 4, Tuesday tomorrow. Might be today as you're looking at it, week 5. Just a reminder, make sure that you have turned in project 1. I shall start looking at that tomorrow. And we've done the responses to discussing question 4. All right, week 5, we're going to start our new project. So now project 1 is done. So if you look at this, there is a project sheet, which is linked there. This is all part of our weekly overview. It's also linked right here. This is going to take us a few weeks. So you're going to want to read this assignment sheet. There's a video lecture going over it. This week, you want to focus on kind of getting your team together. So there's a couple of readings to do, and then you want to communicate with each other, figure out the best way to communicate with each other, time periods that you're available to maybe do some Zooms or FaceTimes or whatever. Look at the assignment, come up with some deadlines to help you get it done. All right, discuss the task and figure out which skills and interests within your team leads to doing certain things. You should all be writing it together. You should all be doing the presentations together, but there might be certain things that you could be like the project leader in for that specific task, so to speak. You may even want to elect a project leader overall, who's kind of in charge of making sure that we're all doing what we're supposed to do. So you want to focus on that this week. Then you might want to start talking about equity in the workplace and kind of looking toward. So what I'm getting at is at the end of next week, so not this week, week 5, but at the end of week 6, you're going to have to come up with an equity statement as a group and submit that. So this week, focus really on kind of starting the process. But if you have time, you might want to jump ahead so you're not like doing too much next week. But as a group, you'll figure that out. But you definitely want to get the ball rolling. So I'm going to incorporate into the message that I send this link with the group names. Now, here's the other part. So I'm going to show you a class that I was in at Rowan, and like just on this normal homepage, it has the course groups. So I was part of this thing called Think Tank. So I just click on it, and each group has its own, if you haven't done this before, has its own little work area. So like discussions, you could create a discussion there, and that might be a way you communicate with each other. I'm not saying it's the best way, I'm just saying it's a possibility. You can upload files and share them. You can collaborate with each other. So like this is like your little work area. I would definitely take advantage of that. That is something that is very helpful. So it's like your own little subsection of the class. Again, to get to that, all I really did was click on my group name over here. So I'm using this to show you the student view. On my teacher view, I've set you up in groups, but I don't have that. If by some chance it's not showing up, I'm going back to my class that I took. So this is again student view. I can go and click on groups, and it'll show me like the different names of the groups. So now you can see I'm only able to get into the ones that I'm part of. So that's another way you might be able to find it. So either people in groups or home and over here under groups. If you have trouble, let me know. If there are certain like group dynamics that for whatever reason aren't working, I'll try my best to work through it. I mean, the group's pretty much set. But with that said, if something arises, talk to me, communicate with me, and I'll do my best to help you through that and walk you through that. Um, Other than that, have a great week. And if you have questions, need help with anything, especially in this group project, it can be a little tough. I mean, because now you are part of a group. And yeah, this is an asynchronous online class, but you do have to work with others. And this is something, honestly, in the work world, if you haven't already, you will come across this where you're in different departments, different time periods, maybe even different time zones, and still have to do group projects virtually like this. So it is a good learning experience for sure. Other than that, have a great week 5, and we'll talk to you later.